I was in sales for about 5.5 years, and a big part of that was that I graduated undergrad into the recession. And I'm kind of dating myself here, but a couple years after I graduated, the recession began. Kind of grew up poor, so didn't really know at the time that it was a recession until I went for an interview, and there were like 7,000 people for like 7 jobs. Anyway, survived that, and sales kind of just happened because it was one of those organic processes where it was an available job. But it was in that job that I kind of first had like a comfortable income. I turned out to be pretty good at it, and I was able to kind of reach this part of the Maslow's hierarchy, if you will, where I was able to look into self-actualization. So for the first time, things were comfortable. My wife and kids were okay. We bought a house. And it made me start questioning, well, is this it? Am I gonna sell cars? Am I gonna become a manager? And through that, I started to explore options. And there had always been this bug in my ear and in my mind for medicine since I was young. But I think a lot of people have that, and you don't really explore it. You may not have the mentors or the representation in your community. And so it becomes like a dream, like being a musician or an actor. But I started to think about it. I was older, and I talked to my wife and said, what would you think if I just took a class or two? She was like, can't hurt. So I started off that way. And I think a lot of what medical schools want through the application process has to do with volunteering and shadowing and all these activities that sometimes pre-meds can feel like, oh, it's so laborious and I'm trying to take classes and balance life. At the same time, though, that is how I kind of got acclimated to a medical environment and became sure about it. Like, hey, this is really, I'm enjoying volunteering in the ED. I'm enjoying the Meals on Wheels and all these different facets. And then shadowing just kind of sealed the deal. And at that point, I was like, this is something I definitely want to explore. I don't know if they're going to want me. I don't know if I'm going to be good enough. I am older. You have those kind of, those flags or those kind of questions in your mind, that kind of self-doubt. And I just kind of one step at a time, and next thing I know, here I am.